Since 2009, players have been able to play this blocky sandbox game using their creativity to make some amazing worlds. With so many players, so many different builds, and so many different experiences, there remains a question that many players have asked and not many knew about. What is Minecraft's oldest world? By oldest world, I mean what is the oldest created world that others are or were able to download and play? The answer is surely going to surprise you. At first you may be thinking that by going to the Minecraft forums and searching by the oldest posts, you will receive an answer. However, Macleod's giant tree is surprisingly not the oldest map. In fact, it doesn't even make it in the top 5. How? Well, in the Minecraft forums earlier days, there was no exclusive map section for players to post their worlds. Instead, these along with mods were posted in the combined mapping and modding section that used to be present before being renamed exclusively to the modding discussion page a few years later. Hold on. What? 1969?
This new Minecraft gas mod is so revolutionary, I think we will have to start a war over it with the Soviet Union. Also, you should subscribe to VirtualAct. Also, I, Richard Nixon, am going to commit Watergate in the near future, so subscribe because we take nothing but dubs all the way.
By looking at the oldest archived Minecraft forum page, the answers lay right in front of us. Well, mostly, which I'll get into later. If there is going to be a world that is still playable, then it needs to be able to be saved. Well, let's rewind a little bit and find out when players even had the possibility to save their worlds. I thought I was going to have to do all this research on my own, but luckily someone else has dug into this rabbit hole of mystery too. I want to credit MCBYT. He already has found quite a bit of information which I'm going to go over, and he has a great video about this already. In an archive post on May 22nd, 2009, Notch posted that saving a world was added into the game. However, saving a world wouldn't technically be stored in the user's hard drive like how it is today. Instead, for a while, they were stored in the newly created Mojang Studios hard drives. The problem is when were these saves transferred into player hard drives, which would then help us establish the earliest time period that users' worlds could be downloadable. However, this issue will be solved by MCBYT, where I'll let him explain.
For a while, this was kind of a huge roadblock in my research because I just couldn't find any info about when saving was moved from the Mojang servers to your local hard drive. For days, I was stuck. But after hours and hours of research, I found a saving grace. I was looking for IRC logs of Minecraft to see if I could find any old map links, and though I didn't find any working archives, there was some very useful information in this. The logs from June 8th in the Minecraft IRC chat, saved by a guy known as TestFan. This was the same day as multiplayer was released. One of the many things players were trying to figure out was how to save their levels. Eventually, one man figured it out. Gurmer. No, I didn't have a stroke, that's actually his name. But he figured out that if you load up a multiplayer level and let it autosave, you can then copy the server level data and save it to your computer, making this the first known way to save a Minecraft file locally.
This would drastically reduce the possibility of when worlds started to be made, from somewhere between June 8th to the 16th. To find the oldest possible maps that I could find, I went searching around the internet and found the earliest web archive save of the Minecraft forums and went through the links. After going link to link to find the upload dates of the maps and their download links, I'm going to show off what I believe are the 7 oldest maps that I have found, starting with Macleod's giant tree. July 7th, 2009. Many believe this is the date of the first downloadable map in Minecraft's history, since all other maps before it do not show up in the maps tabs. This is Macleod's giant tree, consisting of giant clusters of branches and roots. This looks more like a giant bush than a tree and doesn't actually have a trunk, but it doesn't take away how amazing of a build this is. Unfortunately, this is the only known image that I could find online regarding it. 4 days before this, a download called Maps Aplenty will be released by Puyoded. This is a small collection of 8 maps that this user created. These included 2 flat grass maps and ocean maps that were contrasted by world size, a half ocean and a flat grass map that he posted previously 4 days earlier, an ice world that substituted water and dirt with glass and white wool, a lava world that replaced all water in a normally generated world with lava while all grass is replaced with stone, and a sky island world featuring floating islands in the sky with water below. Just about all of these options sound very familiar with the world options found in InDev and later versions after that, so I have to wonder just how much this or other maps like this had inspired Notch in some way to make world types like this one once InDev had arrived. Now let's rewind 4 days earlier to June 26th, when a user named Dr. would post a complete water map while also posting a half ocean and half world map they created and share it under a map request of another user requesting an ocean world. It wasn't uncommon to have someone post their own map that they would create in the comments of another person's map submission. Around this time, the creation of flattened ocean world maps was very common and highly requested since there was only one world type at the classic stages, which was usually on uneven terrain. This would be the 4th oldest map. A gap of 7 days separates it from the next oldest. On June 19th, Zombuster would post a 256 by 256 world with an enormous 243 by 243 by 243 Menger sponge. This is a level 4 Menger sponge and the largest it could possibly be with its massive dimensions. The download was not working and there was no existing photos of it, but this Menger sponge map, made by Master Geek MX, is the same size as the other one. An impressive build by sheer size. On June 16th, Rosetta would post a map titled Water Climb. The concept was simple: use floating water blocks to get to the top. He had made this by placing leaves where he wanted water to be and wood where he wanted lava blocks to be. Rosetta would then go into the world file and replace all dirt and grass with water and lava source blocks. There are 2 videos that have gameplay that can be found online showing this off. 4 days before this is regarded as the oldest downloadable world that is known. This will be created by Brujold. Remember when I said that most of the worlds were featured on the oldest archived Minecraft forums? Well, these maps were not even posted on the forums, instead will be posted somewhere else, but it isn't exactly clear where. On June 12th, the first world will be featured for others to download. How was this found? Well, it turned out that Omni Archive, a dedicated community that has it focused on finding lost versions and documenting Minecraft's history, have been keeping this for many years. I got this info from MCBYT and he linked the file in the description that would lead to the Discord attachment to download. Seems simple enough to check out for myself, right? Well, it turned out that the link had been removed. There was nothing I could find in the Omni Archive Discord. I found a link on a very old forum post, but that was removed too. But as I looked around the Internet Archive, a post under the name of Jurta had the worlds in the collective folder. I am 99.9% sure that this is the same user that can be found in the Omni Archive Discord. So luckily someone else had archived the worlds for us to see. The download files were data files which I had no idea how to get working to play this ancient world. I tried in multiple ways to possibly get this running and I installed several clients, however I could not get it to work whatsoever on my end. Luckily there is some gameplay that can be found of this world. The structures that could be found in this world include multiple apartment buildings, some pixel art, some cubed homes, a cobblestone rope bridge, a dock.
Some things I should not go into detail.
Sure, it may not look like the most beautiful world now, but keep in mind the version only had 9 blocks compared to the current version's 1.19's over 700. It was limiting with the look of what structures could look like, but it didn't stop anyone from creating whatever it is that they wanted. Now, unfortunately, I could not get any actual footage of any of these because they were either dead links or data level files that I am unfamiliar with, but I've looked deep into how to get working, only to come up short. Though there is a good possibility that this is the oldest world that is downloadable, or was, there may still be a hidden world out there that could still take the title, just waiting to be uncovered, hidden in a hard drive tucked away and forgotten. So that was the oldest Minecraft maps that I could find. There are some that I did not include that look amazing, however were either a generational mod, a server, or just did not include the link for others to view their worlds. It was awesome to see some amazing builds that others have made, especially with limited tools. For example, some guy found an animation of a human body CT scan, then converted each frame into a layer in Minecraft. However, probably because of the height limit, he condensed the image down into a squished down version. Anyway, that will do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, leave a like and or subscribe for more. With that said, have a good one.